Hey, it's Jae G. Welcome to Full Disclosure on the Antidote Network at theantidote.com. You can find us on YouTube, Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. This is the first episode of Full Disclosure. We're going to be giving you some news and some information, some actuals and some factuals about some things that's going on. And we also want to know some things that's going on with you. So you can write us in, DM us, or write us about some relationship questions or just some things you have going on that you want to hear us talk about. Okay, so for the first segment, we're going to talk about a news topic. And this evening, our news topic comes out of California, where parents knowingly sent their child to school in California after testing positive for COVID-19. As a result of that, 75 of the classmates at the school had to quarantine. Okay, so I think this is very selfish and very inconsiderate because these are children who are subjected to whatever goes on at the school. If you choose to not vaccinate your children or not vaccinate yourself, that shouldn't have anything to do with me. I don't think so. It shouldn't have anything to do with my child either. What goes on in your household should stay at your household. So, and dealing with this vaccine as well. I got the vaccination. I actually got it. I kind of feel like I was forced to do it actually because I wanted to go out and party, and y'all know New Orleans was closing down and they was shutting everything down. It was like, oh, if you don't have the vaccination, you can't go. So that's honestly why I did it. Like, the bars called me and I got vaccinated. But at the same time, my mom is a medical professional. She got it first. Like, I talked to her about it, and honestly, she told me that it was up to me. So when people come up to me and they ask me, like, what do you think about the vaccine? I think it's up to you and how you feel about your health and your issues and your concerns with your body and your life. I caught COVID and it wasn't a good experience for me. I actually got really sick and I had a few complications later on. So when new strains started to come out, I'm gonna get vaccinated because I knew how bad it was for me in the beginning. So that's how I feel about that. Some of you may have heard this story or have read this story somewhere on like Instagram, somewhere. We're gonna talk about this man who found this $600,000 in the walls of Joel Osteen's church, whereas Joel Osteen turned around and gave him a $20,000 reward. Now, we have our opinions on this. If I find some money, I just find the money. I'm sorry. Oh, no. I don't know. I'm honest. My mama raised me to be honest, so I don't know. My mama's so honest. One time we left out without paying for shampoo, and she actually sent me in the store to pay for shampoo. And I was like, no, we're not doing this. But anyways, I might just take it. I take all of that back. So, but in talking about Joel Osteen, this is a stingy ass man. The only thing I can think back, aside from him having this mega church, was that time he was in Houston and he did not let those people in church for the flood. I believe that's what happened. So no, he wouldn't get nothing back from me. Not for that. So former Saints player Glenn Foster dies in police custody after leading police on a high-speed chase. So when Joe briefed me on the story, I told him this was such a touchy subject because, I mean, obviously it is every time we hear something like this in the news. But what's really touchy to me was that as a former Saints player, like, this man made a lot of men a lot of money, you know, especially a lot of men here, I guess, in Louisiana, you could say, and like even throughout his college career, like his whole football career. And it's crazy that we literally give them our sons or like give them our brothers to do that, because obviously I feel like, you know, like they'll use you for as long as they can. You know, I have a brother that plays college football now, and like we have to literally like reiterate that into him, like use them for what they're using you for. Like, so thinking about this man, Glenn Foster, makes me think about like obviously that situation. But it's really sad. It sucks. And obviously I can't really say that there's foul play involved because we don't know any of the details. But as history would have it. So to add to that, I spoke on my brother. Like, he's in Arkansas. Now this situation happened in Alabama. Like, riding to Arkansas, like there's billboards, home of the KKK. Like, so just imagine, like, we've gotten when he's out, he should just always wear like team gear and everything. Like, and this sucks because on Saturday game days, like, it's crazy. You would know, like, I don't know how I can phrase this. Like, okay, so this segment is called Instagram Fact Check. So our story today, NBA player CJ McCollum was recently diagnosed with a collapsed lung. So according to social media, there's been talk that it occurred because he got the COVID vaccination, which has started the great debate. But digging into further sources, we fact-checked it and as to what possibly caused CJ's collapsed lung. And on December 4th, he did have a rib injury occur against the Baltic Celtics, but initial x-rays returned negative. So this was said from Chris Haynes from Yahoo Sports. He reported. Now, everybody hated Trump, and this is crazy because I always say this. Everybody hated Trump, but Trump was trying to tell y'all about fake news. Like, fake news is real, and social media is there to confuse the shit out of y'all. They will put fake news and bullshit. There's truth there too, but you really gotta uncover it and you gotta look for it. And it's crazy because they've been keeping truth from us for so long. We should really want to understand and see what's going on and what they're talking about, and like trying to hide things from us because they are. So my thing on that with these Instagram fact checks is like, fact check everything because it's entertainment. Social media is entertainment. It's not a valid or reliable news source.
Bonjour, my name is Jama Palayana, and I am here with So Rose. We are here at the Antidote Network. I am so excited to announce to you guys that we will be talking about everything and all things fashion here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I am Yanni, badass. You can follow me on Instagram at _YANNIEBADAZZ. That's me. And go ahead and check out the network, the Antidote Network, THA. Go ahead and follow us below. Yeah, y'all ready? Because I am. I'm excited.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your man, Seabass Commit. I'm here to talk to you today about the Antidote Network and why you should be watching it. It's got shows like Just Landed, Pressure, Kicking the Real. That's just to name a few. It's got the hottest artists, the hottest guests, the hottest hosts. So check it out, watch it. And all you gotta do is go to Roku, the Antidote Network, Amazon Fire Stick, YouTube, Apple TV. It's available everywhere. So get into it, check it out, and watch it.
Okay, so we're back from commercial break and we're transitioning into the second segment of the show, relationship teams. So we have a question. What's a good gift for a girlfriend's birthday? So a good gift, of course, is something very thoughtful, something that reminds you of her, something she can wear that reminds her of you. So jewelry, of course, like, I wouldn't say earrings, I can't see earrings, but I would say a nice tennis bracelet. I would also say perfume. Perfume, scents are sensual, of course. That's how we mate, that's how we attract each other. So I would say perfume, of course. And I would also say something sexy, like something help the both of y'all out, like get her a nice lingerie piece. That would work. Okay, so this may be a crazy take on this, but you gotta listen, you gotta hear me out. So this second question, how do you know if your significant other is cheating on you? So first of all, we should not always just assume that our significant other is cheating on us. Like, we've experienced so much trauma with past relationships that we've learned to not trust nobody. Or like if this new man comes into you, like he hasn't lied to you, he hasn't showed you like any kind of signs that like he could be cheating. So don't suspect that, because you could be fucking some stuff up. But obvious signs, if there should be any solid signs, like don't check through phones. Like that's not smart. You shouldn't want to look for misery. Like don't go looking for misery. So don't check phones unless somebody like obviously comes up to you. A girl will tell you, okay, because some women are bold enough to do that. That's about the only obvious sign I can say. I don't know. Lying. But niggas do that every day. I don't know. I can't look like a dumb bitch though. Cause niggas would be like, damn, I'll go cheat on her. Like I've been through some crazy situations. Like, okay, they lie, so they lie anyway. And I'm not like down at all men. Like all men don't lie, whatever. But at the end of the day, you do. So that's really not an indicator. I've done crazy things. Like I've woken up, because I was engaged once before. Like I've woken up, found clothes on the ground. Okay, cool. So now this is different. So now you're moving different. I've went as far as looking at block lists, memorizing block lists to notice which girls move from here. Like, why is she not here? Why is she up here? I've done that. Like, I've checked mileage on the phone. I've checked mileage on the car. Like, at night and in the morning before I got up. Like, all of that is tiresome. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I feel like that's crazy. They're gonna do it anyway, sis. So just keep your peace. When you're dating, second red flag, there are none. You just gotta go. Just gotta go. Choose you. That's it. I don't know. Okay, now we got another question, and this is just me thinking off the fly, like just me. So the question is, what could make a woman a good significant other? And it's just crazy because I had a conversation with a man recently, and he was talking about how he didn't see the value in marriage for both partners, only for the woman. And he was like, well, I could just get a housekeeper. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? So it's like you equate a wife to a housekeeper, which is a red flag. So, but what would make a woman a good spouse? I would say a woman that's a supporter, a woman that's supportive, of course, a woman that's motivating, a woman that's, of course, I feel like loyal before anything, because loyalty can sometimes be a lot more than love, because sometimes you can really hate a person, but if you're still loyal to them, then like you're still gonna be there for them, you know. Of course, you have to be understanding. Of course, because I'm a black woman, or we're black women, or white women, you know, we're women. These men have traumas and they have things that they've gone through too. You know, they have emotions, and some of them have issues that they don't know how to work through themselves. So sometimes we do have to be strong for them. Now that's if it's worth it to you. But that would be a good woman for you, or that would be the man for you that's willing to bring that out of you. Like, we're not just nurturing children. I feel like a part of us wants to nurture them too. And as a woman, I feel like y'all know, like y'all relate to me on that. Like, we really do feel that way. So as long as you're there for them for that, then that'll make you a good spouse. You know, like challenge him. Don't just be like a yes woman. Like, you know, you've got to have opinions. You've got to stand for something yourself. So don't just be a doormat. Don't do that. You got to be strong, because, you know, if you want a weak woman, then that's not a man for you, you know. What else would make a woman? I feel like that's a lot of good qualities. But that would be asking for too much, though. Now I'm building the perfect woman. I feel like be clean. Women should be clean anyway. And you gotta know how to cook. But don't just feed the house. You gotta feed the soul, feed the mind, feed the body, all of that. And that would make you like the perfect woman for, you know. No. So I feel like some of these qualities, and I could have kept going, I was making the perfect woman, but that's if it was a perfect man, and that don't exist. But you just gotta find somebody with like qualities that fit your qualities and make it work. And you gotta communicate. I just had a cash thought. We can talk about NBA Youngboy right now and painting his face and everybody calling him all kinds of crazy things because that's how he's showing us he wants to express himself. And it's all about expressing himself. Like, it's nothing crazy like makeup. Like, if the young guy wants to think of himself as a rock stars do it all the time. Like, there's nothing wrong with expressing yourself. I feel like I had to have this conversation with my other brother one time. I'm just talking about my brother's just funny, who sent me a picture of a shirt, and he's like, would this shirt make me look gay? And I'm like, what? It's a printed shirt with a pattern. Like, you should never put a little black boy in a box to not like be himself. I feel like the whole world does that all the time. So who are we to scrutinize somebody who's just showing us that they're comfortable being themselves? So I feel like people who are judging him for that, you suck, and you should grow up and like really think about life right now, because there's nothing wrong with that. Like, black men should be okay to express themselves and do what they want to do. Like, I feel like so. There's a guy I know like paints his fingernails. Like, I think it's cool as shit. Like, but everybody else may think of that as like, okay, you may think that's weird, but at the end of the day, like, it's all about being comfortable with yourself. Like, if you're comfortable for you, with you, then that's all you gotta worry about. So take that to the bank. So that was to wrap up my cash thoughts. And we're going to conclude the show right now. And I'm Jae G. You can follow me at _J Jermaine. And you can also follow The Antidote. You can watch us on YouTube, Roku TV, Apple TV, and Fire TV.